another car vlog. I don't know. I kind of use these as journal entries, which I guess everyone who watches this knows. But I finished my barbering program in September. It's been a few months. And I've been having like a hard time finding placement somewhere. And it's Christmas, like the 23rd today. So I drove back home in my new vehicle. That was amazing. Well, I don't know if it was amazing, but it's pretty cool. I still hate winter so much, and I don't know what I'm to do. I go through, like, I can't not think deeply, I guess. So I go through, like, always deliberating. Because I finished my barber course, and I still like barbering, but I also realized I like my own, like, time and thoughts, which I guess I knew, but is my hat orange? I'm colorblind, and is my hat orange? I thought it was green, but now looking at it in this camera, I'm thinking it's orange. But I got my barbering course done, and that's great, because now I can, like, go work at a barbershop if I can get in somewhere, because it's so hard to get in anywhere. But I don't even know if it's, like, getting in anywhere, or if it's just getting a job, because I've literally, like, walked in places, applied places, used Indeed, used Google, and I can't get a job, and I've handed out lots of resumes. So part of me deliberates, like, moving back home and trying to get a job here. I also realized I have a bad memory for not, like, keeping track of things that happened to me, so I try to say it so that way, like, when I look back, I remember. I was supposed to be okay until, like, April if I didn't get a job because of my EI. I should have had income coming in, but I guess because I didn't, that was if I had, like, sickness hours and stuff, or, like, sickness benefits from other people, but I don't. I only had regular hours, so when I went to, like, get my rent money this month, I didn't have it. It's just they ran out, so now there's nothing left to give me, I guess. Which is whatever, because, like, it's not whatever, but it is. It's like, well, I shouldn't feel entitled to the money. I thought I had money coming in and would be okay. If I had to, right? And now I'm not okay, so now I need money. So not that I wasn't having, like, thoughts beforehand, but now my, like, brain is like, oh my god, I gotta figure something out. And I'm again up because I went to the city, and that's fun, like, it's nice, but it's also not different at all in the same hand. Like, it's just life, and you live life every day. So I guess I'm deliberating, like, what is important in life, and I can't figure it out. Well, I guess I did figure it out. I haven't read the book yet, but I was listening to Chelsea Handler's book, Life Will Be the Death of Me, because I lost my grandma, and I've been trying to figure out, like, what is really important. And I knew my grandma was going to die, but and I was saying to my dad last night, it's weird because it doesn't hurt that she's dead. It doesn't hurt that she's dead. What hurts is seeing, like, other people hurt, because I know she's doing way better, you know. It hurts seeing other people hurt. And I knew she was going to die, and, like, I was saying, it's not like my perspective on anything changed, just, like, the importance of it is even more deep now, where I'm, like, I'm trying to let go of things. And even if something, like, is hurting me, be a bigger person. Because I realize what's really important to me is, like, my family. And being around them. Even though I hate winter. We're tying back into that. But I can't stand winter, so I don't know how to deal with it, because I want to be around my family. And I want to be there for them, and I want to help people. I realize what's important to me is, like, even if I'm miserable, I want to see people happy. And I guess that's tying back into, and I like my deep thoughts. So I'm like, as long as I'm making enough money to live, even though I would love to make more, then I'm kind of happy to be around my family and be able to see them and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm trying to balance out, how do I have a big life that I want for myself and also have that. So back to Chelsea Handler's book. I've read that book a long time ago, and it's one of my favorite books, and now I'm rereading it again because I love the first chapter. And I thought I got the book when I read the book the first time, and I did get the book the first time I read it, but it's even more deep now. In the first chapter, she explains how her life is everything she wanted it to be. She wanted freedom and to just go and be free and do what she wants to do and not be tied down to anything. And I want that so much in my life. Like, I think that's what I want more than anything for myself. But I want to be around my family. And I don't know how to get a job that's like that, where I can be free without being, like, self-employed. And I'm trying to figure out the right type of job where I can be self-employed and go anywhere, because as soon as you're employed somewhere, then you're stuck somewhere, and I don't ever want to be stuck anywhere. So I was re-listening to this book in the first chapter, and she kind of flips the first chapter on the head, where she goes, and this is the book that I have not read, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And she says that she was reading that book, and even her saying the line in this book is, like, enough for me to go, oh my God. And I'm trying to read Man's Search for Meaning now, but it's, like, sad and depressing, and it's like, well, maybe it's not supposed to be happy, man. But the line was, in a gist, stop asking, because she's talking about how, like, her life has been a party and she loves that. I mean, now she's lost all meaning. And I kind of feel like I'm at that place, because I'm, like, in a weird place of freedom, but not freedom. But she said, I'm so free, and now I don't have any purpose. And she said, what the fuck is my purpose? And she was reading this book, and the line in the book was, stop asking yourself what life can give you and what you want from life. What does life expect from you? What are you supposed to give to life? And she says in the book, how the fuck did I go 40 years? I think it was 40 years. And this is the first time that question has ever entered my mind, of stop being so selfish of what do you want from life? What does life expect from you? And I'm going, so she's deliberating that, and now I'm deliberating that, going, holy fuck, how have I been 26 and I've been so, because I think I'm on top of shit, which is dumb because I'm 26. But I'm going, yeah, maybe life isn't supposed to be fun. Maybe it's supposed to have purpose. In the sense of, like, what are you supposed to give? Because when you have purpose, then it gives life a purpose. So it's not about getting what you want out of life. It's about choosing your suffering and what you're going to suffer for. And that's where I go, am I supposed to choose to be around my family and suffer because it would make me happy to see them and be there with them? And also, at the same time, craving this huge sense of freedom. And being able to run away. And be a child, like Peter Pan, and just do whatever the hell I want. And then also deliberating, growing my own life, because at some point, my family moves up and moves on and are going to be living their own life. So I need to live my own life. proudest of this family member than I am all my family members. Because if you would look at their life 5 years ago and even now, you wouldn't think that they're killing it or living the best life ever. And even though their life is really, really hard, they're happy because they have purpose and they have something to strive for, which is their family, you know. And out of all my family members, they're the ones I think who are the happiest and struggling the most because they have something to live for, which is their family. And I'm trying to figure out what that is for me. Do I just wander aimlessly through life freely? Or do I choose to suffer so that I can help the people I care about? And even people I don't care about. Because I was talking to my dad and I said and I broke down crying, and I might start crying now. Which is I just want to help people and see people be happy and lead with kindness and let go of everything that I'm mad at in life, and be able to help people. I want to be rich to like have shit and have fun, but I also just want to be able to help people. And I think that's my purpose. And it makes me so sad, like in a good way, because all I want to do is be able to help people and see them happy. Oh, and that's what made me break down to my dad, is because I said, even if I'm unhappy, it's such a good feeling to see other people happy. And then I was thinking about my grandma dying, and I was like, oh, because she sat in her house for years, and I was like, how fucking dumb was I to think that she was just sitting there because that's what she wanted to do for the rest of her life. And she lived in a house that she hated, and probably a town she hated for 20 years, 30 years, just to see her grandkids and to be there for them when we needed her. And I think, how fucking selfless was that? And I want to be free and also be able to do that for the people I care about most in my life. And for me, it's my brothers and my mom and my dad and people who I just, have met, or people who need help. But for me, it's my sister, because she's like my kid and I love her more than anything in the world. And I just want her to have everything. But she's gonna grow up and is growing up and has her own life. And that's amazing, because I see people that she hangs out with who I don't like, and I go, that's so cool. And people she does hang out with who I like, and things she does that I don't like, and things she does that I do love, and every second I'm with her, even if it's just mundane and boring, it's amazing to just sit around. And it's weird too, because it's the holiday season, and I feel like it's always like you see in the movies, everyone comes home and they hug and everyone's so happy to be together, and it's not like that. Like, you come home and you hug, yeah, and then it's right back to normal life. Everyone sits on the couch and scrolls on their phone and lives their life and goes on, and that's normal. Because I was a little upset about it when I walked in the door, and I felt like it was going to be this huge moment, and it wasn't. It's amazing to see everyone and be around them, but life goes on, and life is just normal. it's weird too, because I can choose to go back to the city and struggle my ass off and live a life that way and choose that life if I can get a job. Or I can choose to come back here and struggle in a different way, because we're all supposed to be here, like, around to help each other. Because I'll tell you what, I got a brand new vehicle, and even though it's brand new and minus 30, it still didn't want to start. And that's not who I am, to figure out how to start a vehicle. And I loved having my mom's boyfriend around to jumpstart my vehicle and go out in the minus 30 weather and start it for me, because that's not who I am. And then I go, if everyone leaves my life and dies or moves on, then what the fuck do I do sitting here? Because I can't jumpstart a vehicle in minus 30. And have no fucking desire on earth to. I have no desire to plug in my vehicle throughout the winter every day because it's so fucking cold that your vehicle won't start. And I'm lucky enough. And I had to buy for my brand new vehicle, I had to buy a $200 and something cord to plug it in the winter because it's too fucking cold out. And then on the same hand, I go, I'm so thankful that I heard the price of the cord and went for a fucking cord, and then could just buy it. And I hope I can sustain that for the rest of my life. And right now, even though I need a job because I have money coming in and I have to pay for this vehicle, I'm still in a place where I could go, fuck it, and run away to LA or California, somewhere where it's warm, and I could just wear shorts and a shirt. But I don't think I'll ever do that, even though I want to, because I know I care about my family. And that's not a bad thing. That's like, it's your family, you know? But it's like, this is not, and I guess back to Man's Search for Meaning, this is not ideal for me, living in Canada, because I'm always fucking cold, and I hate clothing, and how do you balance being around the ones you love, your freedom, being able to afford to live and have a job that you actually can somewhat stand? Because I worked insurance, and even though I know I can go back to that, I think I would kind of rather die and have a shitty paying job than ever have to go sell something to anyone ever again and sit somewhere every day doing something that I do not care about. I think I would rather die, or be broke, or be homeless. And I know that's a stupid thing to say, because, like, bitch, you would rather be homeless? No, I wouldn't, but I don't know. Anyway, I am in Grimshaw, and I have to go now.